Questions? James?
Dan, I knew you made the takeaway your asset. I'm not even sure how much they were targeted in the pass. So who deserves the most credit for taking away or getting it out?
I mean, I think our guys just had heightened awareness all day. And there was a couple times I thought he was running free that we didn't cover him great. But the pressure combined with the coverage, I think, equaled them not being able to get him the ball. So we knew 84. I mean, he's a hell of a player. He's one of the best we'll see in this conference, one of the best we'll face all year. And if we knew if we handled that and quarterback runs, we'd be in a good position.
Matt in the back.
What was the difference between the half and the start? So reference to the slow start. Was that the case in the second half? What was the difference?
Yeah, I think ultimately we were kind of hurting ourselves. We were playing behind the chains a little bit on offense. We weren't having as efficient runs. I thought our coaches made some good adjustments in the second half about what runs we liked. They did some schematic change-ups early in the game too, stuff we hadn't seen from them before. We had to adapt to that and be able to adjust our call sheet based on that. And then our players just knew it was going to be the long haul. The long haul. We've talked about winning the fourth quarter. We won the fourth quarter today. We didn't win it last week. Just all those pieces added together, I think it came together at the end for us.
Eric on the left.
Both teams really settled in after the first couple of drives. What did you see from him and just the offense turning the page after the first couple?
Yeah, I thought he showed patience, right? I mean, if you go in there forcing it, like I said, they pitched a couple different looks at us, and then when we came out in the second half, they really played the defense they've been playing all year, right? Once they got back to what they'd done all year, we had some really good answers for it, and they got out of some of the funkier stuff they were doing early on.
Jared?
What do you see from Nico to start, but that's in the game as a big PB on fourth down? Just what do you see?
Yeah, well, that's what we talk about when we say strength in numbers, right? Like we have a guy that's up, ready to play. He's a really quality player, and he competed on some tough throws today and was able to play physical. Had a good blitz at the end there. Was able to get in on a third down. So exactly what I expected from him, right? We brought him here for a purpose, and he did a great job.
James on the left.
It's another 100-yard day for Troy. Again, every defense knows they have to try to take him away, and very successful this season. So what is it about him? He's just able to continue to promise for it.
Well, I think our coaches, do a good job of finding ways to move him around to where we can find matchups. I think our quarterback has a heightened awareness to where he's at, and when we have a chance to get it to him, we want to. And then he does a good job finding the ball in the air. I mean, he adjusts to the ball really well. Certainly he's a strength of our team, but what's great is we have other strengths around him, so you can't just dedicate all your time to one player because there's some other players that are going to hurt you on the field if you do that.
Chris on the right.
I know you just read out of the game, but just maybe review the 5-0 start, and now you're going into the bye week, and kind of how that feels, and maybe will you be able to settle down and do this coming week?
Yeah, we're not going into bye week. We're going into work week, right? Our guys know what our goals are, what we have to accomplish, right? And then, a lot of their teams are going to relax this week. We're going to get better, right? And, we started exactly how we expect to start, right? But we're about to go play a real opponent there. Those guys are playing good ball up north, so we got to bring our best. It's got to be one of our great preparations. We got some really tough teams down the road, so we got to continue to build and play our best ball moving forward.
Eric?
I know it ended with a missed field goal with the last 40 seconds in the first half. The execution going down the field with one timeout. What stood out there? And just, I guess that speaks to what Hope can do.
Yeah, I think our guys knew exactly what we were trying to accomplish. I probably could have called that timeout a little bit earlier. I let like 10 seconds run off the clock there, but you're trying to make a decision. Are they going to go for it or not? Once you figured out that they're probably not going to go for it, that's one where I could have called that timeout just a little bit earlier. But our guys understood the situation, understood the time of the clock. I mean, to be able to run the ball at the very end there, to get it within field goal kick position there and call a timeout, I mean, I think that's really smart. Bucky going down instead of fighting for extra yards. That we talk about being the smartest team in college football, and those are the situations we got to be the lead at. And then, Cam's going to make that kick, 9 out of 10 times, 99 out of 100 times, and it didn't happen today. That's all right. We're trained for it now.
James.
Looked like Kyrie had a little bit of a left hip issue there, and left didn't come back in. And Popo played very early, but then they asked us, what's their status? What's their,
Yeah, I don't completely know yet. We'll have to, get with medical staff and figure out exactly where they're at. Like I said, strength and numbers showed up today. We had some other guys that could go in there and contribute.
Right here in the middle.
What did you see out of Jordan James, especially on that drive where he scored a touchdown?
Well, I love running backs that look for contact, right? I love running backs that don't look to just run out of bounds. And Jordan James, when he touches the ball, he looks to score. So he ran hard. He's a physical runner. He's proven he can get north and south. I thought he did a good job of that today.
Matt in the back.
You said Monday, bring your own juice after the game. How do you feel like you guys did, and when you make a crowd that was here that was pretty pro-Oregon?
Yeah, I'm so grateful to our fans. It felt like a home game in a lot of ways with the juice that we had from our crowd. When they travel like that, that makes it a special environment for wherever we go. And I have that same expectation for them the rest of this year because they certainly made it a great environment for us. I thought our players, they came in with the right mentality. We didn't play any music all week at practice, for a reason. I told the players, hey, when I hear you singing on the sideline, I know we've done something right? So those guys, they brought the juice. And again, we didn't start off as fast as we wanted to. A little slow on D at times. Didn't give up a touchdown, right? But a little slow on O with those 3 and outs. Once we got through that, we kind of figured it out and settled in.
Eric?
You mentioned kind of the work this week, and I'm wondering, I guess, from last year to this year, if you've changed how you're handling bye weeks and how much of it is just going to be Washington, how much of it is working?
Yeah, I mean, we've adjusted some things, but, we have a plan in place. We'll work future opponents. We'll work certainly Washington. We got some good teams coming up, so and then we really got to self-scout ourselves, right? It's time to peel back the layers and figure out, okay, what do we have to do to be a dominant team moving forward?
James?
Yeah, you really set the tone and agenda after last week's game. There was so much going into it. Took a very different approach coming out of it. Now you're entering a bye week, so is Washington. It's tough to be big teams. It's tough. What do you want the tone? Talk about work this week. What is the message to the team where it's going to be 2 weeks of build up to a top 10 game, one of the biggest games of the week, one of the biggest games of the season last year? What is the message?
Yeah, play the game, not the occasion. It's no different than the other big games that we've been a part of. We're going to be a part of a lot more. It's about the 20-mile march consistently. On Monday, we can't go out there and march 60 miles. Right? When we march 20 miles, we'll be consistent with our approach. Find something we can get better at. Aim small, miss small, right? We're going to pick small details that we can improve schematically, individually for each person on our team. And then we're going to try to figure out how to take away other teams' strengths.
Jared?
Birch, 2 tackles for loss today, 2 sacks last week. I know you haven't watched film from today, obviously, but just what have you seen from him, just like a physicality over the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, he's a big man. He's hard to block, right? I mean, you talk about differences in teams this year, last year. One thing that we have is we have a front where we have guys that can roll and make an impact. And I think that makes it really hard to go play quarterback when you got somebody that knows, on your neck. And he's proven that he can be a guy that's like that.
2 more here in the middle.
How does the level of intensity change from like a super high energy game last week with Colorado to a game like this week, and then you got the bye week, and then you go obviously a big top 10 matchup after the bye week? How does that change?
It's based on the maturity of your team. I think we have a mature team. We have good leaders on this team. And again, it's about consistency, right? You can't let your highs get too high and your lows get too low. I think our guys understand the approach. They certainly understand the mission at hand.
Last question, Eric.
2 penalties today. I know that was kind of like an issue, a focal point the last 3 weeks. What do you attribute that to? I guess in coverage in particular, how you guys set it up?
I think our guys are tired of doing up downs. That's probably what I would attribute it to, right? So we'll be doing less.